What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Ohio Sports Talk. I'm your host, Doug. That's our guy, Jordan Maxson. Jordan, Game 4 is upon us. How are you feeling, man? Big Monday. This is just a massive Monday. Cannot understate how important tonight is for Cleveland and the state of Ohio. How you feeling, man, going into the game tonight?
Not as bad as not as bad as how I was feeling earlier.
Yeah.
I really got to sit down and analyze Game 3 from a statistical standpoint.
Okay.
Our 3-point shooting was abysmal from the role players, but if you really go back and watch it, the space is there. So if the adjustments can be made for Game 4, and we try not to play like the Boston Celtics, because that's not how we're going to beat them. That's not how they beat them in Boston in Game 2. I think I'm not going to say fun because it's still Boston, but I think there's going to be a hell of a chance. I think if Cleveland plays at that high pace that they did in Game 2, takes what Boston gives them. Our role players get to the inside. Strus gets to the inside. Garland, for the love of God, stop stepping out of bounds and causing turnovers, which is just so unnecessary. I think we'll be all right. How are you feeling?
I don't feel terrible because I think you hit on something important. As bad as the offense played and the role players played, there were times in that second half, and you can call it human error by Boston. You can call it whatever you want, but we got it down to 7. We got it down to 9 a couple times. We were in the game, and we just couldn't hit that shot to get us over the hump. We were so close a couple times to make that comeback, and it felt like we could never really put the pressure on Boston because, like you said, the role players struggled all night to shoot. Donovan Mitchell was our only consistency, and to be fair, Mobley did play well.
Yes.
Mobley played a solid game, but we just never got over the hump of getting to that next step in the comeback. It was always 7 points, and then it was 9, and then they'd stretch it out to 13, and we just keep clawing back. Mitchell, 33 points. Mobley, 17. Garland, 15. Garland was 1 of 6 from 3. Okoro was terrible on offense, just terrible. I mean, here's the thing. If he can't make a layup or if he can't get to the rim, there's just not a lot of reason for him to be out there. And that's just the hard truth. I mean, we're in a playoff series. You can't – if Dean Wade his cardio's up, he's got to be out there because I know he can make layups and I know he's ready for this situation. I'm worried. Boston's damn good. We have to win tonight, Jordan. Tonight has to win. It has to be a win. Like you said, the role players, we ended up shooting 33% from 3 as a team. They shot 38. They didn't shoot it great, but they were getting to the basket a lot against us. And Tatum ended up with 33. Jaylen Brown ended up with 28. We let Drew Holiday kick our ass in the first half. That was really the difference in the first half was Drew Holiday. We got open looks. We missed layups. We did a lot of things that were just so close to being in the game, and it sucks because I felt like that was a decent chance to win the game, and we just couldn't get over the hump.
And I want to point my compass to the first quarter. Statistically, ESPN has us down for 6. I counted 8 turnovers in the first quarter, and really I thought it was 9 as well. But
I'm with you.
They just Boston didn't shoot particularly well in the first quarter, and we didn't capitalize. We played some solid defense. We caused some turnovers on Boston. Then we'd get it down to the other end, and we got pros stepping out of bounds. We got Garland running underneath the rim and throwing it to a Max Strus who's like, "Why am I getting the ball?" It's coming out of his hands out of bounds. Really boneheaded turnovers, and we're at home, Doug. We're at home in the first quarter after a game where you stole on Boston, and I feel like that's where we truly lost it. First quarter, way too many turnovers when Boston was cold. When Boston goes cold, you got to step on their necks. They're a team that you cannot let in the game because, as we saw, any one of those guys can heat up at any given time and bury us. What you look and we're down 4, you blink again, we're down 8, we're down 10. we're down 10 and they're on a free throw line about to put us down 12. And that's just how Boston does business. That's why they're the best team in the East by record standards. And it's just
most talented team in the East. True, they're definitely the most talented team in the East.
I'm not taking anything away from them, but like when they go cold and we just consistently come down the court, we're not even shooting the ball. It's just flat turnovers, and that's just something that you can't have in Game 4 like at all. Like they've got to come out. I'd rather see missed shots than just boneheaded plays where nobody's kind of paying attention and nobody's giving any kind of effort. And that's just that first probably 4.5 to 5 minute stretch of the game. Both teams, Boston's missing shots and we're turning it over. We're not even putting it up at the rim. It's just I don't even know what else to say about it. It has to stop. It has to be cleaned up. Somebody's got to look themselves in the mirror and do some soul searching. It's just really unforgivable. We're in a semifinals of the Eastern Conference. Those kind of things can't happen. That's what I expect week 1 of the NBA season coming out of summer camp, not this second series of the fucking playoffs. So.
Biggest game of the year. We ended that first quarter 30 to 28. Mitchell hit the 9-footer to keep us within 2, and then in the second quarter they took it to us. They won this quarter by 7. More of the same from us. Lost the third quarter, and then battled back a little bit in the fourth and won the fourth. But it was just too late by then. Like I said, we couldn't get over that hump. There was that block right there. So Jordan, let's transition because Game 4 is massive. It's pretty much this. If the Cavs don't win tonight, Jordan, it's over. I mean, we don't have LeBron's not walking through those doors. Kyrie's not walking through those doors. Kevin Love of 2016 is not walking through those doors. You lose the game tonight, and it's over. I predicted Boston to beat us in 5, but I didn't expect us to go into Boston and steal one like we did. The team is there. They're in there somewhere. We have the pieces to compete and beat this team, especially when they don't have Kristaps Porzingis. But the problem is, one game to the next, you don't know which group of the guys are going to show up. We know Donovan Mitchell's going to show up. We know that motherfucker is going to ball his ass off and play as hard as he possibly can.
I do want to give a shout out to Karis LeVert. He did finish with a clean game in Game 3. Yeah, kind of it goes under the radar because of the whole team performance. But that guy did play his ass off. He scored when he needed to. They weren't late points. They weren't cleanup points. He tried to keep them in that third quarter, like you said, trying to battle back, get us to 6, get us to 7, get us to 9. Mm-hmm. But by then it was just too little too late. The avalanche had already fallen, and we were just at that point just trying to find the hole for oxygen. And it just didn't bode well. But shout out to Karis LeVert. I hope, back-to-back games, double digits coming off the bench. I hope he gives us another 15, 16 points tonight.
Gotta have it. I mean, that's the problem though with Boston is Donovan Mitchell is playing fantastic, but we can't beat Boston just with Donovan Mitchell being fantastic. I mean, he kept us in the game as much as he possibly could, and we got good looks. We just didn't hit them. Tonight, we have to make these shots. If we could put the pressure on Boston and win tonight, going back to Boston, where Boston doesn't play well. They're a 500 team on the playoffs the last couple of years at home. Anything can happen, but tonight, most important game without LeBron. This is one of the most important playoff games the Cavs have had in many, many years. I need Evan Mobley to be absolutely locked in from the word go. There doesn't need to be that little period in the first quarter. There's no filling out period. If I'm the Cavs, I'm running that pick and roll where they extend him out a little bit after he rolls so he can get that angle to the basket. And his ass is either dunking the ball or he's going to the free throw line. And that has to be the mentality tonight. It's got to be every time either I'm hammering this home or I'm going to the free throw line and I'm going to knock down 2 free throws for Evan Mobley. He's got to get back. He's got to rebound his ass off. It's got to be gang rebounding because we don't know if Jared Allen's he's probably not going to play. Is he? I didn't get to see the final report. He's out.
It says game time decision about 2 hours ago, but we all know how that kind of slays. I don't expect him to see him tonight. If we go into an elimination game in Boston, I think maybe he'll get some minutes just out of spite, but not tonight. But I just kind of want to touch on. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I didn't get to see the report because I just was late getting out. This has got to be Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley from the word go has got to be on their ass. He's got to be battling, rebounding, blocking shots, playing defense. We need it. We can't have inconsistent Evan Mobley tonight. We can't do it.
And
Go ahead.
Evan Mobley and a supporting cast, they got to attack Horford early and get him in foul trouble often. Because if you get him off the court, sometime mid second quarter with foul trouble, it just opens up the rest of the space. And our bigs, what's left of our bigs, and even some of our bench should be able to come down, including Dean Wade, and absolutely eat that alive. And I think that's it. It all starts with Evan Mobley. I think if you get him on a pick and roll, if you get him on some isolation, you get Horford kind of frustrated and in foul trouble early, I think that opens up the rest of the game. We know Donovan Mitchell is going to get his money in his bag and his points, but if we get Evan Mobley kind of involved early, we get Dean Wade kind of going if he starts early. And
they got to make a decision.
They
got to make a decision with Okoro, Jordan. They got to make a decision. He's such a non-factor on offense in these big games. They're leaving him wide open, and he can't make a three. He was 0 for 4. I'm glad he took the shots, but damn, dude, you got to make a couple of these shots, and he's not capable yet. It
wasn't even a threes for me. It's he's right at the rim, and it's not going in. He's coming down, 1-on-1 on a fast break, and he's not finishing, and he's not even attracting the foul. The ball is going like right over the rim, right out of bounds. Imagine that, another turnover, and that's I get he's a defensive specialist, and that's going to be on the mind of JB Bickerstaff, but JB's got to pull the trigger and say, if you want to get to that boxing match like we did in game 2, we got to get scorers and we got to get scoring. So I think you scratch him out of the starting lineup and bring him in later, but that's just me. I don't know who you would kind of rotate in with that, but there's got to be an answer. There's got to be somebody that can come off the bench and cause an absolute spark.
Looks like Donovan Mitchell's not playing tonight, Jordan. Appreciate you, Marb, for tuning in. Go Cavs, Donovan Mitchell out for game 4. That sucks. That makes that
makes it the Darius Garland show. Your max 250 million plus player. So
he will miss game 4 with the left calf strain. So a lot of this turns into a moot point because without Donovan Mitchell, it just realistically don't have a chance. We're not good enough. That's so much scoring that we're losing. That's so much playmaking that we're losing. That's so much of everything that we're losing, and it's really devastating because I didn't realize he wasn't going to play. Woj just put out the tweet a couple minutes ago. Yeah, he is officially out for tonight's game. Really.
And to our fans and people tuning in, we apologize. We're learning this on the fly, so bear with us. We're learning it exactly the way you are. Wow. I still hold some hope. This is
for what?
If
be realistic for what?
I'm realistic. If there was ever a time for this team to soul search, it's right now.
There's no way. Max Strus would have to play like Larry Bird. He'd have to be Larry Bird tonight. We would have to have Isaac Okoro would have to be Scottie Pippen tonight for us to have a chance. Karis LeVert, I agree, Marb. Karis LeVert has to play like 96 Magic or MJ. We're in the hole big time here, and this completely changes the game. It does look like Boston. They're going to beat us in 5, Jordan. We can't win without Donovan Mitchell. Look how bad we are in the minutes without him in the playoffs right now. It's damn, that hurts. That is the wind of our sails right there.
I'm gonna be your balancer. I'm gonna balance you out here.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you to have a little bit of faith. We still have an all-star in Darius Garland. As much as we come down on him, he's not sharing floor space. He's out here. He is the max player that's on the court, and it's going to come down to him. He's going to have to take those shots early and often. He's not going to have to look for passing lanes. He's going to have to score. We've seen him do it as a Cav. We've seen him do it in a Cavs uniform.
It sucks because I predicted that we would not beat Boston, but I thought they would beat us in 5, but you get excited. You get excited as the series goes along because you can see points in the series where you can really compete with this team, and you can pressure Boston into maybe making this a 6-game series, a 7-game series potentially. And then you lose your best player, and it just deflates you completely.
I know they shot the 3 ball at an explosive rate, but if Miami can take one without Jimmy Butler, there is a chance this Cleveland Cavaliers team, with the size that we have and the players that we have, can compete and potentially take one at home against Boston. There is a scenario where we win this. Give it to Doctor Strange. You know what? Tony Stark's when he asked me how many times. And let's get a little Marvel magic going. I'm going to be your balance here. I think it can happen. If there was ever a game they're going to steal without Donovan Mitchell, you're at home in the playoffs. You can make the adjustments. You can clean up the turnovers, and you can get this done.
I hope. I'm glad you're being positive. This really sucks. Jesus, everybody's telling me that you're dreaming. This one really hurts. Oh man. I'm pretty defeated right now, Jordan. I realized that he was injured, but you build yourself up and you're like, this is my team. What maybe we could win this, and maybe we could push this great team. They don't have Kristaps. I didn't think we could win the series, but damn, this really hurts. Is Jared? I don't know. I didn't get to see the report. Is Jared Allen gonna give it a go? I know game time decision. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, Emerson just said sign him for $230 million guaranteed. Laugh out loud. Oh man, they're getting ugly in the comments.
They're getting ugly.
Yeah, Jordan. So on a positive, Darius Garland, this is your opportunity. This is your chance to cement yourself in Cleveland lore. This is your chance to become all-time great Cav. You win this game, people will forget about all the bad games. Will forget about all the bullshit. And you could literally become a Cleveland legend tonight if you go out and you give us an all-time great performance, 40-plus points, 10 assists, and pull out one of the most impromptu games of all time. Really unfortunate news. Fuck. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. So what's the lineup tonight? It's Garland, LeVert, Strus, Okoro. I'd almost rather go Wade, Evan Mobley than I would Okoro, but damn. What guys who are watching, what's the lineup going to be tonight? Who do you think the Cavs should start? I'm guessing LeVert steps in because of his scoring.
I'm guessing LeVert, and you got to go with Dean Wade, right? Am I right?
I would go Dean Wade. I'd play him at the 4. I'd put him on Tatum.
We know he can defend. If Dean Wade can knock off the rust and start scoring, and his first made 3 of the game got me excited. I know he cooled off, after
he
that.
Missed the next 3, unfortunately. But damn, man, damn.
If there was ever a time for Cleveland to move past the post-LeBron era, it's tonight.
Yeah, no, this could be the greatest game steal of all time. LeVert Garland game is only chance. Yeah, the Celtics they have to play their worst game. Flat out, they have to play their worst game. We just try to tell me something, Jordan. I don't know, dude. I'm distraught.
I'm telling you, we still have an all-star in Garland. We still have caliber players that have championship experience. Max Strus has been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe this opens his eyes up. Karis LeVert can come off. We've seen him score the last 2 games. There's a scenario where maybe Isaac Okoro, without Donovan Mitchell on the floor, man's up. Some of his shots you see are not confident. Some of the times, he kind of double clutches. He passes some stuff off. Tonight he's got to take the shot, and it all cements. He's in the middle of a contract year too. So if there is anybody that wants to really cement themselves moving forward with what will be a new coaching staff next year, I don't care if we win the series, lose the series or not. This is a tryout. This is a 110% old school. Do you want to fucking be here for the future? Do you want the contract from Cleveland or not? And there's no better time to shine than under pressure. That is what pro sports is about. That is what any sports is about. But especially on the pro level, on the highest stage, and this is the second highest stage in the Eastern Conference besides going to the finals. So if there was any time to step up right now, it's right motherfucking now. And you got to revert back to your old ways. You go to any playground, any basketball court in America at nighttime. The minute you lose, you're off the court the rest of the fucking night. So they got to play their asses off and go back to the love of the game and the love of basketball. Hands down, strip the contract, strip everything else. You're playing to win the fucking game, and that's a mentality Cleveland has to come out tonight, especially without Donovan Mitchell. And I think they can get it done.
Well, Jordan, another piece of news for you, since we're just breaking live news here. Looks like LeBron James is going to be at the game tonight.
Maybe.
He's going to be at the game tonight.
No, but I'm saying maybe that's even some more magic in the building. When I go back to the Jim Brown when LeBron respected Jim Brown was in the crowd. That was a series that we were down in, and we turned it around around that game. So maybe some extra added magic to the building. Do you remember the moment I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Then
I'm just fuck.
Hone in on that shit. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm glad you're being positive for us. I really do appreciate that. No update on Allen yet. Nothing official. Actually, May 13th, he is out tonight. He is not playing. He's got some shots up at Monday's shoot around. So, but it says on ESPN he's officially out, but you never know with that. I said LeBron's not walking through those doors, but it sounds like he actually is, which is funny. But damn,
let's go.
Imagine if they didn't. Imagine if the NBA just allowed him to play tonight. That'd be hilarious.
Imagine with this team, if this team can pull off this win, maybe LeBron comes back. Maybe he takes his contract to Cleveland next year. Maybe this is the tryout.
Okay, so Jordan, here it is. Tonight, well, what do you predict Darius Garland's numbers are?
I think Darius Garland shoots 46% and gives us 38.
38 points.
38 points on 46% from the field.
It's going to take much more than that, but I appreciate that. I'm saying I'm saying he's going for 30 and 10 assists.
I think he's going to get to the line.
He's got to.
I think he's got to get to the line. And he did that in game 2. He did lower the shoulder and get to the line. So I think that's got to be part of the mentality. There's no Batman and Robin. He is 100% Batman right now with the fucking light in the sky, the whole 9 yards. So it is his show.
Fuck.
Come on, baby.
Man, fuck.
Come on.
I know. It's really. I don't know why I let myself get excited about this kind of stuff.
Let me challenge you. If the Cavs do what everybody in my fucking comments section, and fuck you guys today, think they can't do we go on for 2 minutes?
Yeah, we'll go on live after the game, and I'll apologize.
Goddamn right.
But while we're on the mindset of fuck yous, fuck you to far end of the bench for their Cleveland take. You guys might be right, but still, big fuck you to those guys. Shout out to Jimmy and Nico. But
you called us out by name. If they win tonight, I want a fucking apology.
But we appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. All of a sudden, we got hit by that massive wave of Donovan Mitchell news that we're live on the show, so it's been hard. But yeah, guys, big game tonight, massive game tonight. I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to root for them. I'm still going to tweet my ass off, supporting the team. but it's going to be an uphill battle tonight. This is one of those games that could, write your name in the history books if the Cavs win. And then, maybe game 5, we get Donovan Mitchell in, Jared Allen back, just to spend some little positivity on it. But I am hurting. I'm upset. I didn't, I thought he could maybe play through it, but if it's that bad, it's that bad. Jordan, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here and get ready for the game?
We'll just kind of touch on, as long as we're in the dumps, it was really, really shitty to see the Reds kind of taper off what started out as a really strong game from the bats, and just defensively we gave it up, both in bullpen pitching and infield errors. I really thought we were going to take the series, win the second game, and it was just an absolute fumble from the team. So again, the Reds are continuing to disappoint us. Shout out to let's hit some happy news. FC Cincinnati gets their revenge against the Columbus Crew for them being eliminated last year in their Eastern Conference. So that would 2-0. Columbus dropped a goose egg. Cincinnati played their absolute asses off. I did get to see some highlights. I didn't get to watch the whole game, but hats off to FC Cincinnati. Cincinnati's becoming a kind of a complete sports town since their emergence. So really happy to see them doing well. They're 7-3 overall, and sky's the limit for that team. They got a young team, young roster, coaching staff that's in it, a fan base that's all in. So maybe this summer we'll catch a game over in FC. We'll do a little broadcast from there. I think that would be fun. We're not big soccer people, but we've always kind of had our hands in it growing up. So we used to play.
That's for damn sure. Jordan, let's touch on the Guardians. They are 25-16, still leading the AL Central. They're 5-5 in their last 10, but they still have a +42 run differential. So overall, still playing good baseball. They're up a half game on the Royals and the Twins. So shout out to the Cleveland Guardians, still holding it down for Ohio in the baseball terms. Like you said, the Reds, taking it on the chin. But shout out to FC Cincinnati, definitely a fun, bright spot in Ohio sports right now. And then I wanted to touch on, we don't talk a lot of hockey, but the Columbus Blue Jackets got the 4th overall pick in the NHL draft. I know Ohio is slowly becoming more of a hockey state, or a hockey supporting state, getting a little more popular with Ohioans. So that, wanted to shout that out since they got the 4th pick. So that's fine. It looks like based on their mock draft, Jordan, they are taking, why can't I find the draft? I just had it pulled up. They are taking a kid named Lindstrom in the draft based on the mock draft. So that's definitely interesting. His name is Caden Lindstrom. He's a forward. So that's definitely interesting. But good for Columbus. You got to rebuild somehow, and you starts with the draft. Jordan, anything else you want to touch on before we go and watch the Cavs and hope for a historical performance tonight?
Hey, historical performance. The king is in the building. He's back home. We still have an all-star playing. We still have a highly rated defense as a team. Let's cut down on the turnovers and make it happen. Let's really make it happen. So I'm here for it. I think it's going to be better than everybody else. I'm going to eat my words one way or the other, but I'm going to be unbearable if they win. So definitely, I expect to be back on here with you with much different attitude, and let's go Reds. Get the hell together. Get it the hell together from top to bottom. Fire David Bell. Yeah, that needs to be trending fucking I say nationwide, but statewide. If you're a Cincinnati fan, definitely start the hashtag Fire David Bell. I think it's definitely time that conversation gets looked at least from a fan base perspective. But everything else. No.
Great job, buddy.
Everything else looks positive. So
okay, so I do want to apologize. I do want to appreciate everybody who come in here. We had 84 people watching at our peak. We had a couple of likes on Facebook. I want to thank you guys for doing that. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We appreciate all of that. Love the interaction. We needed every bit of that today with the rough Donovan Mitchell news. Sorry for some of the language. You get a little upset, and you start kind of MF for this, MF for that type stuff. But definitely we appreciate your viewership, your support, all that kind of stuff. We'll be back most likely Thursday night unless the Cavs pull an all-time upset. Guys, this has been Ohio Sports Talk. We 100% appreciate you, and we will be back Thursday night, 9 o'clock, live. I'm Doug. That's Jordan, and we will see you next time.